gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ME Show. It's your boy, Ali Madawi, and we got the green, but we got the red behind. So I know Christmas is over, but we got Valentine's Day right around the corner. And today, we're going to talk about heart and soul. Today, I got a guest in the building. You already know, I always get super excited when there's somebody physically in here because the energy is different. This gentleman has blessed my life. Just a few months ago, I saw him pray at an event for Veterans Day, and then I saw him in different venues with Netflix functions, and then I saw him. And one day he pulls me, just last event, he's like, come here. Let me introduce you to some people. When I say he is like the mayor of Monmouth County, I know there's no such thing, but what I mean by that, he is loved, he is respected, he is definitely one of those individuals that you want to have in your life. He is an operator, an entrepreneur, he is a motivator, he is a speaker, he is an author, he is a coach, he is a trainer, he is a pastor. He's done it all, but he now is taking things to a whole new level when it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationships, something that he's extremely passionate about with his beloved bride, also his co-pastor, right here locally in Oceanport, New Jersey, where the billion-dollar studio Netflix is going to be at. He is dead center in the middle, and they say location. His heart is the best location that you're going to want to be a part of. I'm super excited to have him in here in the building. He works with the prosecutor's office. He works with police officers. He works with everybody, and I am absolutely hungry and I thirst to collaborate with him. Every chance that I get, I try to contribute a little bit and hopefully take things to the level that it needs to be, not only faith-based, not only business-based, but also from a community standpoint as well. And I think they all go alike. So ladies and gentlemen, clap your fingers, comment, give some likes, and do me a favor if you're driving, do not touch your phone. I care about you a lot. Then I care about you engaged. For the one and only Pastor Lyddale Akins. What's going on?
Man, thank you so much. What an intro, man.
He's paying for lunch, so I had to, I had to do all that. First and foremost, thank you. I know we talked about this for, 2 months ago, and this is just a quick one, but I am super excited to have you and introduce you, first of all, to my audience, whatever they may be. But for those who might not have had the privilege that I have to experience your mindset, your heart, and your spiritual education, do us a favor, give us like a minute to 2 minutes on the background of Pastor. Where did it all begin? Because I know there's multiple identities in one. There's the pastor, there's the prosecutor's office executives, there's the coach, there's the minister, there's many. So which part would you like us to meet today?
Well, you didn't gave me an intro like no other, all areas and facets. But, to be honest with you, this thing started back 9/11, and I was a youth pastor, minding my business, doing my thing, and working as a network engineer for Siemens. My wife is in the last train, and my life had a collision spiritually where God said another level. There's another level to this thing. Of course, my wife is still alive. My 24-year-old daughter is here with us. But it sparked something for me to go hard with God and to really affect the lives and impact the lives of people, not just sit behind a computer.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, that's what I was. I was sitting behind a computer. I always wanted to do that, some kind of impact for people, but this is what really sparked it for me. And since then, from that point, 24 years ago to now, I've been 100% all in with God, not just in the church setting, but also in the business setting. Authored 4 books, working on my 5th book on how to train your triggers, because I want to see people's lives impacted, transformed. And so that's been the heart and soul of what I've been kind of dealing with and dialing in with. How can I help people be the best version of themselves?
So with that heart and soul, why now? I know there's a story behind the story, but why heart and soul? What inspired you to say, let's adopt and absolutely go full threat with this?
Well, I'll go back to our interaction. You and I collabed in the conversation without question. It sparked, we need to go bigger with this thing. We were doing it within our church, but our conversation, and let me just make sure we say this without clarity. Ali is the master of business infusion. He's a infuser of go bigger or go home. That's his thing.
That I'll take, but it's not me. It's God.
I get it.
I'm just used, you know, like, yeah.
But that's what sparked it. Honestly, we were doing it, and we were doing it on a very nuclear level. And I think after talking with you, I said, you know what? We're going to take this heart and soul and make it bigger and really supersize it, as they would say, or steroid it and say, how can we affect more than just inside our church, but there's so many people need to kind of reach deeper with all that's going on in our culture. Everything's happening. People need to get back to the heart and the soul of what really matters, and that's people.
Absolutely. I'm intrigued, though, to hear, there's a lot of issues that people focus on as far as, marriage doesn't last. Finances are the number one reason. But that's 50%. You and I look at the other 50%, and that's what we want to amplify. Talk to me about some of those elements because one thing that I can tell you with certainty, I believe in marriage wholeheartedly. I've met my high school sweetheart when I was 17 years old, and I said, will you marry me? And she's the best thing that's ever happened. Not that she's in the studio or anything. I'm not saying this because she's going to watch this again and again and again. Not that I'm going to create a whole meme just for this.
You're putting coins in the bank.
No,
those are an emotional bank. I'm just saying. You're banking it.
Hi, babe. Yeah, but I'm curious as far as what was the need that you said we can absolutely impact relationships or at least give relationships life again? Because I feel like the more you look at society and culture, the more separated the individuals are with the idea of being in a relationship. And that goes whether with parents, whether it goes with significant other, but it just seems that way. What is it that we should anticipate that we're going to focus on for the relationship?
The number one breakdown across the country or the world in relationships is communication. One, because we oftentimes don't know that other people are going through the same thing that we're going through. And so that breakdown, not just communication within the marriage, but also just relationally with other married couples and other relationships that are kind of like, they're doing their thing, but we're in this bubble. And until you get exposed that, wait a minute, I'm not the only one going through something. I'm not the only one having communication problems. Well, how can we do this more effectively? And to be honest with you, community works. Being in relationship with other people helps you tremendously work through your problems, but also see your problems from a different perspective. Yeah. And that's what's needed in our current state. With everything that's going on, we need to be able to be effective in relating with one another. And that's, I believe, what Heart and Soul will infuse into marriages. Those who are seriously dating and even singles need to be exposed to something healthy and then also see what's broken so they can encounter what's possible when they get married.
Yeah. And I feel like the culture overall, whether music, TV, or anything that we're exposed to, has put a certain standard that people just tend to accept, like, oh, that's just like, what I hate when I hear it is what it is. No, it isn't. It isn't what it is. You accepted it to be that way. And you said, I'm done putting an effort towards it. If a couple come out, are we going to be work on the elements of marriage from a faith side of things, from a day-to-day side of things, from a biological side of things? Like, give me a little bit of an insight. I know I can't give away the movie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get some little pieces from it. What should an individual expect from culture to faith? Where are we at?
I think the faith aspect goes hand in hand with regular life.
Yeah.
I don't think you can separate them. Yeah. My faith helps me love my wife more. It's because I funnel it through my faith. That's why even when she doesn't do right, I'm able to still love her and give her extra grace required in that thing. And so I think coming out to this experience is to teach people that, but to experience it real life. I think we're going to have a ton of fun because we need laughter in the midst of it. And so I think there's a marriage between faith and our cultural elements of what we have to deal with in our relationship. And we need to kind of see those things blend.
Yeah. Community, as you've mentioned, is important. To have somebody in your life, whether friends or whether family or that significant other, is important. But leadership is also just as required. And at times, people confuse a title with leadership, or they don't know how to lead. I had an amazing father. He just didn't know how to be a dad. And he is in my life, right? Like, I had an amazing mother, but until maybe recently, she's become the I'm here for you type of mom, right? Like, sometimes we confuse that. And it happens in business and it happens in politics. People confuse their title with leadership. Talk to me about, a small element of leadership in a household or in a relationship.
Tonight, step into Heart and Soul, where elegance meets connection. From candlelit tables to curated details, romance fills the air. Singles, couples, and spouses mingle, Feel the warm welcome. Savor chef-crafted courses plated with cinematic flair. Share stories, laugh, and toast with a community that feels like family. Each dish arrives in rhythm, served with grace. An evening designed for connection, conversation, and celebration. Live musicians set the mood. Then the dance floor opens. Follow the heartbeat. Golden moments you'll replay long after the music fades. Because love lives here, friendship too. Join the heart and soul experience. Reserve your seats now. Register today.
You hear now, I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man in my life, right? Now, okay, you're chuckling. No offense, ladies. And there are men who say, I don't want to have a woman in my life to tell me what to do, because they are confusing the idea of, if I have a woman in my life, she's going to boss me around. Again, that title versus leadership. What is your take on, and again, just an idea of what to anticipate from this event, on how to become a leader in your own right, in your own lane in a relationship? Because I know I do it perfectly well with my wife.
Well, that's a great question.
It's a loaded one.
It's loaded. I'm gonna dance around those the landmines and say this. The Bible says, submit yourself one to another. And then the first element of that is the woman following a man as he submits unto the Lord. And so there is a relationship element that we have to really get down when it comes to leading our homes and leadership in our home, that we are always looking to see where that person is, and we're trying to walk with them and not just throw yourself so far in front of them. One of the things I say for my household, I think I lead my household well, but I think I serve my house well. And I think there's a marriage between leadership and serving. The greatest, Jesus says, the greatest among you are those who serve. That's leadership. He gave us a title of it. Leadership is who's the greatest. And so what I do is I try to outdo my wife in servanthood. I try to outserve her. And that's what she tries to do, to outserve me. And that's the essence of real leadership. And if you follow that model, what you do is, the Bible says again, outdo one another in honor. So how do I
outdo you in honor? Compete in the right way, right? Like,
that's a good competition.
I'm gonna outlove you. I'm gonna outdo the dishes. I'm gonna
No, let me be specific.
I said the dishes and he cut me off.
I got to get in there. I got to make some corrections. No, we have a great split relationship in our home, but one of the things, if some man is watching is going, wait a minute. The reality of it is we are called to lead our homes and to cover. There are different roles that we play. And I think being able to know those roles and play those roles, but they're different for each marriage. You can't pigeonhole them. You can't put them in a pocket. I think that's the key. And that's why I jumped in, because there's some men that I ain't doing dishes. Some men, I'll do the dishes. Some men, I don't want to do laundry.
It's a comedy show in our house. I am not a handyman, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Last time I tried to put a mirror on the wall, I put 13 holes in a wall. Yes. To the point that my wife specifically said, you are never allowed to touch any tools in this house. Okay. So I take pride in cooking an amazing couscous. I cook an amazing tuna wrap. I make amazing. I mean, I am good where I'm good. Yes, I take, and she's good at everything else. I'm just a guy on camera. Like she's really is the one. All right. I spoke to my neighbor, shout out to James, and invited him and his girlfriend. And he was like, oh, where's it at? And I was like, oh, it's in Triumphant Life Church. He goes like, wait, you're setting me up for a church service? Because he's not necessarily the traditional church goer, right? Describe the experience for every day. I mean, look, I think many of you know where my faith is. I believe in Jesus with all my heart, and wherever he is, you're going to find me, right? I know there's different denominations and, different cultures, if you will, but I am wherever the word of God is. And that's my faith. That's my belief. So if my kids and my wife are in there, it's a good day for me. Now, for those who don't know, give us an idea of the event itself, to describe what should we expect or anticipate. It's not just a seminar. It's not just a service. No. What are we experiencing?
No, Heart and Soul is going to be an elegant evening, 5-course meal. Man, for the price. I mean, I don't think you can go anywhere during that weekend for what you're going to get at this event. You couldn't
spend it on Applebee's, and get that experience.
No, 5-course meal. I mean, amazing. You got music. You're going to laugh. This is not your traditional church experience. This is a night out on the town where you're going to experience, I believe, a little bit of God, but a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, and a lot of great people. I think that's the key.
And some are gonna be walking out with a brand new honeymoon to Mexico.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, like a 2-night, 3-day, all-inclusive food, stay, and beverage in Mexico.
Don't give that away.
No. We're you have to be there, but I can guarantee you, there is a honeymoon waiting for you on your way out. Like you walk in saying, all right, what do I got to work on? But on your way out, you're like, I can't believe, sweetheart, my love, my sunshine, holding hands. I learned how to love you again. We're going to create that spark all over again, that excitement over again, what it means to be together. Because sometimes we get stuck on, we're just a husband and wife. We're just a boyfriend, girlfriend. We're just a fiance. And we forget that we came together in one body. That's what it was supposed to be. I can promise you, I know for a fact, I took a peek at the agenda. I know exactly what to expect. I have the privilege that I'm going to have a little tiny itty bitty part of the event itself and a whole lot of honeymoon that is waiting.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We got something for singles too.
Oh, singles and ready to mingle. Listen.
Singles ready to mingle. We got something for you as well. Just like a little different than what they're going to experience, but we're going to give an amazing massage experience. You're going to have a day at the spa that's going to be a complement of this experience.
Yeah.
That's pretty big in that you're going to know how to relax and how to have me time. So important sometimes to just be able to relax. And so it's going to be a double whammy of surprise and gifts.
For the skeptical minded, this is going to be probably like $1,000 experience. What are we looking at? What is a ticket?
$100.
$100
for couples.
You could now go to Applebee's this weekend with a tip and spend $100, even if you're going to tell me they have the 2 for $20 or whatever it is. I can we go with the kids. My kids, for some reason, love Applebee's. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And every time we walk out of there, it's $80 plus a tip. So imagine 5-course meal. You got massage waiting for you. You got a honeymoon waiting for you. And if a big end, you're going to revive your relationship as if you just got together, or learn, what have I robbed myself or my significant other out of? I know for a fact I experienced this event years ago, and I can tell you my relationship with my wife is so tight. I mean, the absolute best friends of a relationship. I never understood it until I understood what I was contributing or what my flaws were. When I understood the language that a woman speaks, when I understood what she hears when I say certain things, as amazing as I try to have them being said, right? So please do yourself a favor. Make sure you register. We are already on. I can guarantee you this is going to sell out. Local, Eatontown, Oceanport, Tinton, Falls, Shrewsbury, Ocean, anywhere in Monmouth County. As a matter of fact, anybody within an hour and a half radius, you need to be at this event. Make sure you check out the comments in the description, as we're going to have the direct link so you can lock in. And trust me when I tell you, relationships will be better, individual will be better. And I believe the best relationship is with self. So I'm excited. I'm humbly excited to be part of this experience. And any final remarks, because you are our guest, anything that you want to say? Look right there, camera one. Any final remarks to our beloved listener?
Well, listen, you know Ali, he's faithful, true to what he says. His passion is without question. And so take him at his word, but also I concur with him. This is going to be something that you don't want to miss. It's going to be February 13th. It's going to be absolutely amazing time. And just erase the location. Oh, it's at church. It's not in the church building. It's in a really nice banquet facility at the church location. And I believe you're going to have an ecstatic time that's going to transform your heart and your mind and your soul.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here. I'm Ali Madawi. This is the ME Studios. Do yourself a favor. Make sure you click that link. I don't want you to subscribe or anything else. Just click that link that leads you to that event. Get your ticket today and lock in your spot for that massage for Mexico. For under $100, you couldn't go to a terrible motel in New Jersey for under $100. I appreciate and I love you. Until next time, peace out, everybody.
Tonight, step into Heart and Soul, where elegance meets connection. From candlelit tables to curated details, romance fills the air. Singles, couples, and spouses mingle. Feel the warm welcome. Savor chef-crafted courses plated with cinematic flair. Share stories, laugh, and toast with a community that feels like family. Each dish arrives in rhythm, served with grace. An evening designed for connection, conversation, and celebration. Live musicians set the mood. Then the dance floor opens. Follow the heartbeat. Golden moments you'll replay long after the music fades. Because love lives here, friendship too. Join the heart and soul experience. Reserve your seats now. Register today.